It's DC's best kept secret, the infamous DJ E Boogie.
Getting money out here. Nah, like we really getting money. Yeah. My new watch on TikTok, diamonds dancing TikTok. Helly Hansen, drip, drop. New designer, flip flops. I get money, big knots. Might go viral, tick, top, TikTok. Look at her go. Got the biggest boat, I know. All she wanna do is show it off. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral.
You're not tuning in if it's not with DJ E Boogie.
Turn around, go viral. They know me and Heat go way back. Strapped with the heat, they back. They ain't love me back then. Now I draw double, that's payback. Y'all in trouble indeed. Make a run like DMC. Yeah, I moved to the A, but my heart in the DMV. Put your hands up, rock 'em. Put your legs out, drop 'em. Corvette. Soon as I pull up, rob 'em. Used to never fit in, now they can't get in. Everywhere that I go, a problem. Said I used to be a Bama. Now I'm riding by while you still walking. You Santana. And I'm flying high, might go viral if I Instagram ya. And if you need that work, I got it for you. I'll Instagram ya. Hold up. My new watch on TikTok. Diamonds dancing TikTok. Helly Hansen, drip, drop. New designer, flip flops. I get money, big knots. Might go viral, tick, top, TikTok. Look at her go. Got the biggest boat, I know. All she wanna do is show it off. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral.
DJ E Boogie got heat.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam, I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron, well I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him. I made the call up with just like I'm reffing. I know we left, yeah, now we back together, but I guess that is better now. Later than never, like, what's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gon' have some kids. Right now we just practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gon' hurt my average. I said thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man. Kill the GPA and the BPM. Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
It's DC's best kept secret, the infamous DJ E Boogie.
Okay. Miami like the city girls, yeah. Shawty twerking like the city girls, yeah. Man, it's something by the city girl. They be whip you, told you like the city girl. Big, that's her meal ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real.
You're not tuning in if it's not with DJ E Boogie.
That's a meal ticket. Big, that's a meal ticket. Big, that's a meal ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real shit. Just like Megan, she don't rich, tabby. She don't broke. I'm telling, tell Miami we wild, baby. Collins, and I'm twerking like Miami.
Digital devices on. Tune into the trendiest team in town. Bringing you music, great guests, hot topics, and lifestyle views that's going on now. It's the Miss O Show, O Show. It's the Miss O Show, O Show. It's the Miss O O Show, O Show. It's the Miss O Show. We're about to get this poppin' now. O Show. Miss O Show.
Hello, everyone, beautiful people. How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Indeed, I am.
Got the Halloween wig on, trying to flex on folks.
I mean, I know people that's tuning in and they're probably like, wait a minute. Did they, are they having somebody substitute? Like, who is this
they're like,
person?
who is this with black hair? Who does that?
Black hair.
No.
We ain't got the pop that we used to sing.
Look,
We got black hair.
It'll be
We
back.
have long hair.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Long
look
hair
beautiful,
don't
though. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
So welcome everyone to the Miss O Show with Swangin' and Nina. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We truly appreciate you guys. I hope everyone out there that's listening had a wonderful week and weekend.
Yes, indeed.
We truly missed you guys.
But I'm digging the whole representation.
Right? She got
Thank
the
you.
Let's not walk away.
Thank
from
you.
that.
Thank you. You know,
Sure,
just
for sure.
trying to rep. Just trying to rep.
She
As
extra
you
black
should.
today.
Extra black.
That's
Got the whole afro going on back here.
Oh.
You know.
I didn't see that.
Got the whole afro, you know. It's
You gonna be turning your head from side to side all show?
I would.
That's right.
Shoot, she would. That ain't easy to get.
it damn sure ain't. It damn sure ain't. So what's good, guys? What y'all been up to? How was y'all's weekend? Week?
It was cool. I did some Halloween things.
You did Halloween things.
Yeah.
Early. So
Well,
what did you
already?
do?
We had a bonfire. My friend. She
Oh
did
wait a
bonfire.
minute, hold up, because we got the rewind. See, you just try to get over. I know
What?
that. Yes, because we have something that we typically do to start our good juju. You just try to.
You asked me a
skip.
question.
I
got you.
I know. But you know how we roll. We absolutely cannot
Gotta put
start
it in
off
the
the
air.
show before we put it in the air.
Okay.
Gotta get it going. So what you got for us today?
Well, today
tonight?
I have your show affirmation, as I do every time around this time. And the affirmation for today is: you only live once, and if you do it right, once is enough.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Show no.
You thought you was gonna catch me slipping?
That's right.
Nope, I got the
Came with it.
affirmation.
You only live once, and if you do it right,
Once
that's
is
all
enough.
you need. That is good enough. I love that.
Yes.
And the key word to that is to live. All right, don't just exist.
Right.
Don't just be going through life existing.
That part.
Live.
And we will talk more about that in your Trapspirations.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
So we're gonna get even more of that good juju.
Yes.
Okay, so I love it. I love it. Well, then now we want to go into. Of course, we wanted to give a shout out, as we always do, to Gary Simpson and DJ E Boogie for the bomb ass intro that we had earlier. When you seen it come on, if you are watching. But now we want to get into you. Now you can tell us all about your festivities and how you are.
Festivity, because I am finding the art. Well, I'm finding again the art of sitting my ass down.
Girl, isn't that the most beautiful thing
And
ever?
but I was literally forced out. My friends were like, "You do not have an option. You have to go." And we went to a bonfire.
That sounds dope.
She hosted a bonfire at Butler's Orchard. And so we all got dressed up as villains for costumes, and we brought some Jollof fries, chicken rings, and drinks. Yes, and we sat around a bonfire. We didn't do,
That sounds scary as hell. I'm
it
not
was
doing it.
nice. I loved it. We do it. I guess it's starting to become a tradition. So this is our second time
it was
doing
at night.
Yeah, it was everything.
And it was in a bonfire. Like, it was out in random, like, woods.
It was like organized. It wasn't like just in some random woods. You make it sound so
right.
scary.
I mean, because all I think about is,
You wanna
like,
be
it's
scary,
outside,
you know.
it's scary, it's dark, and it's in some random woods, and
No,
it's adjacent.
now
to
last year we
somebody's-
did do a wagon ride, which was a no-go. That did not happen because last time we did a wagon ride and it took us into the woods, and we were like, this is a setup for a horror story.
This is not
Yeah.
some
So that didn't happen this
type
time, but
of
we
thing.
did do the typical stuff, so it was fun.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Well, that's a good thing. And what were you dressed as? What was your...
I was the
character?
penguin because again, I had decided I wasn't gonna go because I was like, I'm not spending no money on no costume. Good luck with that. And they were like, no, you're gonna go. So I scrambled together a penguin costume.
See, you should have sent that in because I would want. I think I saw it. I think I did see a picture.
It was nice. It was decent. I mean, considering that I did it literally the day before.
Well, we know you're creative. That you're gonna figure something out.
Especially in a clearance rack, honey. Okay.
Honey, you be finding some finds. Okay, find some finds.
Clearance queen over here.
I love me some clearance rack.
Supposed to.
What about you? What did you get into? I mean, were you traveling all over the world in secret locations?
I'm about to say undisclosed locations with undisclosed individuals doing undisclosed activities. Live your life.
Let's see. I caught up with my man. He came in town from Chicago. That was Friday. Saturday, I went to my nephew's football game. That was pretty much the extent of my weekend. Like, it was chill. I sat my ass down.
Listen, because sitting your ass down is a lost art. Okay,
yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Especially in this area,
because FOMO is a real thing here.
I'm telling you, until I moved here, I didn't even realize it. I'm like, damn, do you guys ever sit down? Do you ever?
No.
Like, there cannot be a party every night. There cannot be an event every weekend. There cannot, like, come on, man. And then you always want to support, but then you be like, oh my God, if I'm supporting this person, I'm supporting this person. Next thing you know, you're like almost out every day. It's
like ridiculous. I told him, I will buy a ticket and sit at home.
Yeah,
that's my kind of support at this point in life.
I can't do it.
So how about you, man?
Oh, I wish I could say that I just chill, but I just did not.
I saw your stories every 5 minutes.
Oh my God, I really was everywhere. It was like, oh my God. So this past weekend was like birthdays, you know, like my honey and I celebrated birthdays. And so let me see, we went to a new restaurant that neither one of us had been to. I don't know if you guys have this. I think it's Rummy's I think it's Rummy's Kitchen. RUMI
What
Kitchen.
kind of food is it?
It was Persian.
Ooh.
And it was good.
It sounds good.
The portions were so massive. Like, I've never in my entire... And yes, Brian was like, oh my God. It was like a whole plate of rice. But I asked for chicken breast. And you know, normally chicken breast is about this size, right? The damn chicken breast was like this long. It was long as the plate.
Mutant chicken.
And I was like, yes, I am here for it. Because it's good when you actually get, more for your money. When you actually get food for your money. Because sometimes you pay like $20 and you get like a piece of bread.
Right. Little piece of meat.
Little piece of meat and like 3 pieces of
that's why I don't do those gourmet restaurants, because you're not about to give me a pea, a half a chicken.
And that's what they do. And I'd be like, that'd be $32 with tax here.
Nope.
Let me see. So then we also went to this Lebanese spot called Secrets. I think that's how it's called, Secrets. It's like a it's Lebanese, but it's like a lounge restaurant, clubbish type thing. And that was in VA.
Oh, VA.
Yeah, in VA. We did a speakeasy
tour.
Yeah, we did a speakeasy that was called Never Looked Better. We did that. That was in DC. We went to Shelly's Cigar Bar and
Jesus,
you was everywhere.
I know, man. I'm so damn tired. It was day, night, daytime. Like, it was just.
Well, you need to tell me where the spots are, because I did after the bonfire. We did go to U Street, and U Street is not the same.
Not the move.
No, it's kiddish.
Yes.
Really?
I was so disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we were tired because each night it was like 3 o'clock we got in, and yeah, it was a lot. But like I was saying, you want to celebrate, you want to support and stuff. So we had to support the birthdays. But as you can hear, the voice is super raspy. I'm like, I sound like a whole girl. Okay, I'm like, man, maybe it was the screaming, the hollering, the cigars, the night air, whatever. I don't even know. But
all of the above.
I'm here. So y'all be happy. That lets y'all know how much we love you. Because all of us, all day long, we were like, oh God, I'm tired. Oh Lord, I'm so exhausted.
Show enough. What's going on, Noni?
Yes. What's good, Noni? What's good, Cece? Cece Eva Dorsey. I like that.
High vibrations.
I like that.
That's right.
Definitely high vibrations. So I am really excited about tonight's show. It's something that, damn it, Lord, I need some counseling. I need some therapy. I need some,
therapy.
We talking about money. We talking about money, baby. Money Monday. This is Money Monday.
Money Monday. That's how you start your week off.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you. But we're gonna talk about that. So tonight's topic is Money Monday. Money Monday, but we have live in studio Jason White. He calls himself the force of federal government contracting.
Okay.
So this guy is like, anything you want to know about government contracting, how you get those bids, what industries they're giving them to, like how you write out your contract, anything you want to know. See, look, he with Rick Ross. He making big moves up there. Yeah. Anything you want to know, he's going to be live in studio tonight, and he's going to give us the 411 on those government contracts, because I'm trying to tell you, there's some money. I got questions too, because it's definitely not what you think it is as far as who's getting these contracts.
I've noticed.
It's definitely there for me, there for you. We can all get it.
Yeah, for real.
So I'm excited. So
am I.
I think
like, where you at? Yeah, I got questions.
I do too.
I have questions for years.
I do too.
You got to let it all out.
And I think a lot of people do, because a lot of people have really been excited about the topic. Like I've had people that actually hit me up like, oh, I've been wanting to get into that. I've been wanting to learn more about it. So it's definitely going to be a really good show. It's going to be a great topic. So we're going to take a really, really quick break. And then when we come back, of course, we're going to get in Trapspirations, because we love Trapspirations. So we're going to get into Trapspirations. And then we're going to begin our topic for tonight. So we want y'all to get y'all's questions ready, because any questions you have for Jason, or any comments that you have, and you want to tell us, hey, how you be having some money issues, or what you do to save your money, or give us some advice, or whatever.
Outside of sitting your ass still.
Exactly, because that's what they said. Don't leave your house. That's the only way you save some damn money. Accurate. So we want to hear from you guys, so make sure you chime in. We will be reading those comments all night long on Facebook. So make sure you give us some, chime in. You can also call us too. We like callers.
We love
no one calls us. 301-232-5700. Talk to us. Come on. Don't be afraid. You can stay anonymous if you want to. Make up a fake name.
Right. Quay.
All right, guys. Don't go nowhere. It's the Miss O Show, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
It's DC's best kept secret, the infamous DJ E Boogie.
Okay. Miami like the city girls, yeah. Shawty twerking like the city girls, yeah. Man, it's something by the city girl. They be whip you, turn you like the city girl. Big, that's a real ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real.
You're not totally big if it's not DJ E Boogie.
That's a meal ticket. Big, that's a meal ticket. Big, that's a meal ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real shit. Just like Megan, she don't rich tabby. She don't broke. I'm telling, tell Miami we wild baby. Collars, and she twerking like Miami. I'm a pair from college. Hit it like a pinata, what's that? Pina colada. Got it like Malaya in the audience. Inspired, cause she a city girl, a real city girl. She can't call that back to shot. It really isn't relevant. Miami like the city girls, yeah. Shawty talking like the city girls, yeah. Man, it's something by the city girl. They be with me, the city girl. Big, that's a real ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real. That girl, she ain't really scared to do it.
Yeah. Hey, you are now rocking with the best. The real life, this is not a test. All I need is a little time, just a minute more, not a second less. All the mother went and took a rest, but these queens went and took it less. For these bars, you gon' need a rest. Cause these bars are some lethal weapons. That's 9 on the beat. Got Roddy MC, Queen. We bomb when you know warning, so keep calm when you speak. Set it off with a bang. We about to murder the gang. Whether you heard of me or not, I'm making sure niggas remember the name. So how'd I figure the flame? Coco, they say I'm sick in the brain. Me and you, we not the same. I'm in a whole other lane. Say what you wanna, but you wanna pull me, I hit you. Some of them things. That's when you know I ain't playing. What the fuck is you saying?
You're now rocking with the infamous DJ E Boogie.
Spawn Tickle, and my man Swift, Diesel, yes. Let it, let it, let it,
One, two, three, four.
You're not doing it big if it's not with DJ E Boogie, Boogie, Boogie,
I made your favorite meal. It's in the kitchen, wrapped in aluminum foil. Steak, green, and potatoes. So go and grab you a knife and fork. Lemonade, more food in the oven and cake. You get hungry when it gets late. You know I got you bored now. I left dessert in the bedroom now. So we but don't stuff your supply room now. This dessert you gon' want. So all I'm saying is no. Think I'll catch you now. Cause you got a lot of work to do. So
just like that. Ain't tripping, no nothing, 'cause I feel good, I smell like money itself, but ain't no price in the world that can cash me out, babe. Dance in the water and wild. You can't get clean.
Welcome back. Man, y'all just don't understand what I go through when this camera is off. Y'all just don't understand. They just stay in here clowning all the time. All the
looking
time.
like straight. Listen.
Crazy.
Don't
Crazy,
be judging
crazy,
us.
crazy.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
That's right.
To give you guys a great show.
Yeah, as long as you
All
bring the
day long.
magic, that's all that matters. Focus on the
Exactly,
magic.
okay?
Dang,
Don't worry about what we gotta do to make it
Yes.
happen.
Like,
We just gonna do it.
Oh, that's mind your business.
Damn
Don't worry
it,
about what's under this table.
we gotta do what we gotta do to bring it to you.
All
Don't
day
be judging
long.
over here.
All day long.
Okay.
Let's see what I
Oh,
do.
Lord have mercy.
Yes. So shout out to DJ E Boogie. That
Yeah.
indie mix that you heard was from DJ E Boogie. If you're not doing so already, make sure you follow him on Instagram. That is at DJ E Boogie. He is a DJ. He also is an artist. You know, he sings. Really good singer and really dope person. Great personality. So make sure you follow him on Instagram at DJ E Boogie. So
That's nice though. I like
yeah,
it.
and I love it. You know what I mean?
like
That's
it.
why we really wanted to do, you know, some indie artists and stuff, because I feel like a lot of times they don't get that shine. They don't get the
Right.
spotlight. We'll be
That's
so
right.
quick to buy your Jay-Z's and your mainstreams,
Yeah,
you know,
your
albums and
favorites.
music
Most of the
and stuff.
mainstream be trash.
It really does.
Yeah,
it really does.
do.
Them underground artists that you don't know about,
they
they
heart and
have
soul
enough
to themselves.
fire,
Oh, no.
baby. They have that fire. So if you are an indie artist and you'd like your music played on the Miss O Show, make sure you email us at MissOShow.info, right? MissOShow.info@gmail.com.
Bless it.
Listen, I be thinking like hard the smoke come out my ears. I'm like,
She'd be like, Miss O Show that.
because you know you hate when the simple one is taken already. I'm like, you can't remember dots and periods and underscores and shit. Right. I'm like, can we just have one Miss O and keep it easy? Can't remember them
much
damn
work.
underscores and the
Too much
periods and
work.
stuff.
Right.
I can't do it. I can't remember all that. Well, without further ado, it is time for one of our favorite segments on the Miss O Show. It is called Trapspirations.
Trapspirations, y'all.
Life hacks from your favorite ratchet life coach.
I ain't saying no.
You should say it if you really support me. You would say it. You know, you don't support
supporting you right here.
Okay, it's cool. I don't need your support. You know, and you know what? Matter of fact, that goes right into what I was about to say. You always find a way to go right into the line.
Boo boo.
I am. All right. So the title. For those who are just joining us, I am my segment is Trapspiration, and what I do is I give you life hacks to help you navigate this crazy thing called life. Okay, so today we are going to dig a little deep. Okay. You know, we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go a little deep, and we're gonna really break some stuff down, like as if we don't do that every time. But hey, we're gonna do it today.
I'm ready.
All right. So the title of today's life hack is "Who were you before they told you who you weren't?" The danger in validation.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So let's face it. We live in a world where it is commonly accepted to destroy ourselves and our peace in the pursuit of validation. Okay. We naturally seek confirmation from fake approval authorities that usually never even earn their appointment to the title.
Good Lord, where's the bell?
We will throw away our whole ass dreams and aspirations and deny ourselves of who we are because someone who we unintentionally gave an authority role in our lives said who we aren't. But the question is, but why though, right? So let's rewind. We're going to take it all the way back to the crib days, okay? The process of losing who we truly are starts from birth. As a baby, you are naturally selfish. You can only process what you needed to survive. You can only process, I'm hungry, I'm tired, basic needs, right? And the only way you knew how to communicate them is by doing what? Crying.
Yeah. Shout out to Brian. Put the sound effects out here. Sound effect.
It was literally the only means of getting your needs met.
Right.
There was no conversation to be had. There was nothing you could do other than cry, right? So our caregivers, whether it's our parents, grandparents, whoever, they are predisposed with internal battles and quickly taught us to adapt to how they feel. So you have a mom, right? For example, you're a mom. You know how it is when you pick up your baby from daycare. The first thing that baby is doing is crying. And in your mind, you're thinking, you know what, I just came from work. I don't have time for this. I don't want to deal with this. You think the baby thinking about that?
No, not at all.
But even though, and they're not wrong for this, let's put this out there. Let's make that very clear. But due to things like that, what is the things that we usually do when you have kids? If your baby's crying, you're like, oh my God, be quiet, right?
Try to quiet them down.
What we don't realize is that children, they understand how we feel. Whether we say it or not, they feel what we feel.
Right.
And so we inadvertently learned to soothe ourselves to soothe our parent. Right?
Wow,
so we quickly got taught to adapt and learn to soothe ourselves and subdue ourselves to make other people feel comfortable.
Okay.
When they reacted negatively to our demands, we soon subconsciously learn that we need to comply to the needs of an approval authority to get love and acceptance. We didn't even realize that's what we were doing, but it's something that we naturally did just because that's just the way life was, right? And that's the way life is. We don't see it change anytime soon. No problem, but let's fast forward now. Let's fast forward to school age years, where you told your teacher that you wanted to grow up to be your favorite cartoon character. What did they say?
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah. You can't be money. Superman.
You can't be Superman.
Yeah, they told you, and they basically, they told you can't do that.
Right.
So what did you naturally do? Subdue who you are to please the approval authority. Let's move on again. As a preteen, I know I've heard the stories many times of preteens or whoever, they wanted to sing or they wanted to do something that was out of the ordinary.
Yes.
And they had that choir director that said, you know what, maybe you should stick to something else because a singer is not profitable. A singer will not pay your bills.
That's
right.
right.
And so again, as we did as an infant, we subdued what our soul needs to comply and receive love and affection and approval. And the happy word today is validation. So then high school, you wanted to be a doctor. Then you probably had that biology teacher that laughs to themselves and say, hey, your grades aren't that great. Maybe you should do a trade school.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just like the infant, you subdue what fuels your soul to do what makes sense. Right? So let's bring it on down to being an adult. You're an adult. Let's say you want to start this hair business and you got a good friend that you have unintentionally made an approval authority in your life, and they say, you know what? That's a saturated market. Maybe you should think about something else.
Something different, right?
We all have our laundry list of things that we have given up on because someone did not comply to what we wanted. We have subdued a lot of ourselves and our dreams just to please approval authorities that haven't even earned the right to be so. Right? So just like our infant selves, we eventually comply to seek love and acceptance, but I have a question. When was the last time that you searched within the core of yourself, search within the core of you to understand what is in store for you? Because that's the only true way that we can truly know what we are truly destined to be, is by understanding first who we truly are.
Right.
But we have worked so hard to subdue who we are to please people who essentially have no impact on our lives that we get lost. We feel unattached. We feel like we're wandering this world with no purpose, and we're seeking a purpose that's usually not even meant for us in the first place. How many people do you know that have went to colleges and pursued a degree that they have not done in real life?
With
How many people do you know have pursued careers just off the title? They want to be a doctor just to say they're a doctor, but their soul wants to be a singer. Their soul is that little boy that went to the choir director and said, I want to be a singer, and the choir director said no. So therefore, I'm going to be a doctor instead, because that makes logical sense to the approval authority, and it makes the logical sense to society. When was the last time you searched past the hurt, past the rejection, and past the pain to truly discover who the fuck you are? When have you really assessed what was said to you and realized, like I talked about last week, the source of the pain, right? So when was the last time you actually took out the time to do that one thing that the true you, the infant you, the crying you, whatever that is that sets infant you soul on fire? When was the last time that you gave yourself permission to operate in your true self instead of your false self? Because the false self is what we create to get the love and acceptance that we look for as a child. Our true self is who we are as the child. So the person who you casually put away to live up to the expectations of the world. So the time is now to get back to your true self. You deserve the right to be yourself. It's the least you can damn do for yourself. Because you work hard. You do a lot of things to please other people who essentially don't give a fuck about you.
Okay.
So at what point will you give a damn about you and do what you deserve? Instead of walking this earth feeling dead inside and anchored to societal responsibility that means absolutely nothing. When you aim to satisfy everyone except you, and yet you still manage to do amazing things.
That's right.
The luxury of living unapologetically yourself is not a luxury at all. It's a birthright.
That's right.
Deep down, you are still that crying child that has learned to be quiet when mommy is having a hard day.
Aww.
Go back to that person
baby crying
and
girl.
pick that person up and say, you know what?
Ooh, child.
You may, back then, the only way you could communicate what you need is crying. Now you have many forms of communicating what you need. So communicate to the people that say that you can't do it, and just live for you, even if it's just something so small. For me, I'll give myself as an example. I used to love to dance. I'm very good at dancing, but I let it go because someone told me that it was not profitable. But at the end of the day, I can't help but dance. And so now I allow myself at least 10 minutes a day that no matter what I give this world, no matter what I give society, no matter what I give my businesses, my daughter, my whatever jobs I have, the people around me, because let's be real, we're giving to other people every day.
Every day,
have got
all the time.
So used to giving to everyone but ourselves. So gift yourself 5 minutes to return to the original true you and do you. Okay.
Yeah.
And we must also realize that most projection is simply a projection of insecurity. Sometimes the existence of your success is actually evidence of their failure. So it's not that they're attacking you, they're confirming them.
Right.
It's a personalized problem that has nothing to do with you. This is about them, not about you. And as I've stated in previous life hacks, your reality doesn't consist of what you experience. It consists of what you entertain. If someone has something negative to say about who you are and what you do, you have the choice on whether you want to entertain it or not and make it a part of your reality. So instead of actually taking it in and internalizing it, fight back what has, you have normalized and give yourself the birthright of being yourself.
Give yourself a chance.
Yes. Stop entertaining personalized problems. Their failure is absolutely none of your business. And sometimes you have to realize that their negative thoughts about what you want to do for yourself is just to soothe themselves, just like you soothed as a child.
That's true.
And these are things that have nothing to do with you and who you are, and you have to get back to who you are. Because if you really think about it, if you really break it down and really look at yourself, most of the shit we do has nothing to do with us and has everything to do with everyone else.
Yeah.
So do you be you and be who you are before everyone told you who you weren't.
Yes. Yes.
I know that's right.
Yes.
I still cry when I'm hungry, though.
You said what?
I still cry when I'm hungry.
We all do.
Just like that.
But that is so true. I always when I was young, I used to always love riding my bike. Like I would get on my bike sometimes and I would just go riding, and my mother would look for me because I didn't even have time. I'm like, I'm going down the street, and I end up somewhere I wasn't even supposed to be. Way down the street, and she had to come and find me. But I remember probably I think it was last year, I had been purchased a bike, but I hadn't really been using it, and I remember putting it in the back of my truck, and I went and took it out to a park, and I rode my bike for 10 plus miles. I was on it for hours, and I just literally cried. I felt like a kid. I felt like my soul needed it and was crying out for just to be a kid, you know, no adulting, none of the responsibility, just to have fun and play.
Yes, and some people translate that to especially when people are talking to me, they're like, man, I can't do what you do and just quit my job. And somebody's asking you to do that. Right. I'm just asking you to at least allow yourself, like you did, one activity where you're actually doing something you love. And who gives a damn if you're good at it or not? You could go and ride the bike and ride the same little circle over and over again, but the damn point is you're riding the bike. And people we get so caught up in what we do every day that we have lost ourselves trying to find ourselves. So we really have to really take all this extra layers off and really look at who you were. What infant you, what do you want? The child you, the preteen you, what is it that you want for you? And even if it's just 5 minutes a day,
I love
it. It's life changing.
I love it.
People probably don't even remember.
They don't remember because we have pushed it down so far.
Yeah,
because we just want it to make sense. Everything needs to make sense. Sometimes it just doesn't need to make damn sense.
You
don't need
they
to.
Look crazy to some people.
You do, right?
Right. As I was talking to somebody the other day about how midlife crisis, how people view midlife crisis as crazy because that's the one time you truly realize that life is short and you finally do what the fuck you want to do. Exactly. And it literally looks crazy to other people and they make fun of you because it takes a level of courage to do that. So welcome. I am team midlife crisis. Have that process that go buy the bike or whatever it is that you want to do.
That's right.
Do whatever makes you so happy. Shout out to Tamika King. She said absolutely.
So enough.
Absolutely, man.
Facts
we love those Trapspirations, man. They always leave us like, okay, so where we go from here? Do we need a rest of the show?
I gotta go home and reevaluate some things.
Like you be sitting here like, damn, I'll still remember make sure that my windshield wipers work. Like she had me thinking like, Mika, make sure your windshield wipers is working.
Your windshield wipers work.
You don't remember you talking about your windshield wipers?
I'm thinking actual windshield wipers.
No, you talking about the windshield wipers.
Like, oh my gosh, she listen.
I know what you be talking about. All right, then. So listen, let's go ahead and get into this topic for tonight because we have our guest coming up around 9 o'clock. So he'll be joining us really soon. So let's go ahead and get into this topic. As we said, tonight's topic is Money Monday.
Money Monday.
Yeah, Money Monday. I thought it would be pretty dope to kind of do this on, at least once a month if we're able to, just because this is a topic a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people don't discuss that, and a lot of people have problems with it. A lot of people have issues with it.
That's right.
And so I guess we'll just start off with what are some issues you guys have with money?
You talking about money? Oh Lord, y'all trying to be here all night.
Emergencies, man. Like,
let me tell you.
I'd be good if emergencies didn't just keep popping up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like my rainy day fund would probably be heavy right now if there wasn't these little small
emergency.
Yeah.
I know, but then at least you do have a rainy day fund.
Yeah. And trust me.
Anyway, how y'all doing out there?
I don't know if you want to look at that as a tsunami.
You're such a grown up.
Or
he he said drizzles.
I can't take too much rain.
Yeah, I mean it is. I don't know. I guess for me, it's like I whether don't want to buy anything and save all my money, or I buy every damn thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like no in between.
Yeah.
It's whether I don't want to spend, I'm like looking at, oh, damn, that's $5. Like, I don't want to buy that. Or, I'm like really, really being frugal with everything, and then it's like I buy like one or two things and I go all in.
Yeah.
I just go all in.
I'm the worst kind of spender because I don't shop. I have no excuse. I don't know what it is. Like, it's beyond me. I actually have.
It just disappears.
I don't know.
It just disappears.
I don't, because I'm not a shopper. I'm not an Amazon person. Like, I don't get a bunch of Amazon packages. And any Amazon packages I do is cleaning stuff. Like, I don't know where my money goes. I really don't know.
Yeah,
it disappears. It literally just be like,
it's that little by little.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Like,
my money problems are dumb. Like, I spend like 7-Eleven is like, hey girl, when I come in, like, you about to spend a cool $20 because when we clean the jobs, I buy food.
Right.
I buy snacks. I'm a snacker.
Yes.
I'm literally a snacks. Snacks get you.
Snacks get you? So that's where all your money's going?
I swear before God. Right. Because I don't shop.
And then his money's going to snacks, guys.
Listen, because I'm a minimalist, so I don't buy, I don't buy
I remember you
clothes.
said that, right.
Yeah, so I don't buy clothes, I buy necessities. It's in outings, y'all know I go to all the free stuff.
Right.
And I don't buy drinks at the bar, none of that.
So you really think that all your coins are going to snacks?
Y'all laughing, I'm like, help me!
I believe it, I believe it. It is snacks all day.
Hey, Cheetos Puffs!
I'ma just need you not to go to
Spicy
7-Eleven
Ranch 3E's?
I'm gonna need you to go.
I'm like, help me!
I was about to say.
Stay out of 7-Eleven.
I was about to say we need to get you some. You need
Costco,
to get.
You need to get. No, and that's the part. I do that too. That's the stupid part. But I do that for her. I don't do it for me.
So you don't buy them bulk for you.
Because I'm like, I don't need no snacks. And next, I'm at 7-Eleven. I need all the snacks. Right. That's my fat girl voice. Can I get some snacks, please? Like my friend in here, like, Lord, she know.
I was gonna say. Soon as she go in there,
I was like, Lord.
She gonna be in there for a while.
She knows I'm cheap, man. She knows I'm cheap.
Lord.
She knows me.
Buying all of the little 25-cent snacks will come out with 3 bags.
I don't know, because I'll be stressed. I'm a stress eater, so I'll be like, ooh. In my head, it's a fat girl voice. That's like, is that a king size Carmelo? It's a Cheetos Puffs, please. And then I will go with no shame, and then I buy it, and I just regret it, and I don't even eat it.
So at least we know where Nana's money goes.
That's in it. Trifling and Uber Eats. Uber Eats.
Uber Eats definitely
is the devil.
And that I wasn't even ordering from Uber Eats or any of those until the damn virus started, until the whole quarantine stuff.
That's when I really saw it.
Literally, because
me too.
And then when it started,
it took a pandemic for me to
look.
I went in,
but it was like even when it stuff kind of opened back up, I still had gotten a little spoiled to having, like, hey, I'm sitting on the couch, I don't feel like cooking, I don't want to take something out, have to unthaw it. Let me just go on DoorDash and whoop.
I mean, because it's easy.
But something that would cost your behind $7 going to that restaurant or going to that, you'd be like $25, $27 by the time you get it.
But in
literally, be like $20.
my defense, right? I have the pass. So the pass delivery is free. So that's what gets me, because delivery is free. I pay $9.99 a month and delivery is free. And
listen, I might need to check that out.
If you're using it, you might as well do it. If you're gonna do it, and you get Uber rewards. So
Paris just told me about that the other day. She was like, "No, we need to get the pass as much as we be ordering DoorDash."
Yes, I don't order that much. Here
we go.
So where does your money go?
Probably. Shit, that is a good question.
He know
going out
undisclosed location.
Going out to events and stuff, because again, just like you, I get in free for the most part. But
you be giving your money to the ladies.
Oh, nah,
he make it rain, spare change.
You ain't got to lie.
He undisclosed booze.
He always trying to lie, Nina. You ain't got to lie. We know you be trying to.
It's sprinkles over here, just sprinkles. Ain't
rain,
no
spare change, quarters, pennies, and nickels, baby.
Right, you going to the hospital if I throw something.
Keep shaking it. We gonna get a tank full of gas, baby. Come on.
Straight metal.
So do you guys feel like it's hard to save money? Like, yes. I mean,
I have no.
Because I know some people who literally have, like you said, the rainy day fund, and then they have this savings. They got a savings for the car repairs.
I would never be that person.
I don't think I would be.
I think the part that
I'm sad
gets
to say it, Jesus.
The part that gets me is I'll always like pinch off into the savings. Like if I really,
that's me.
Kind of not. I don't need it, but I'm like, it's just $20.
And then it keeps going down from that.
That's me. So I have resorted to extreme circumstances. I actually have given my money up to an accountant. And I get allowances of my own money now.
I know that.
Really?
Because I cannot be trusted nor unsupervised.
I know.
I kind of feel that too.
At least you know it.
But I just
I know. You know, I'm well aware of my flaws. And money is my flaw. I have to do it. But like I said, there's really no excuse. And she looked at it and she was like, so... Snap.
What the hell?
I was like, but they be good though.
I was about to tell her, did you tell your accountant that all your money goes to snacks?
She knew. She's like 7-Eleven, 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 7-Eleven. Snacks be lit. I be stressed, y'all.
Listen, I got a big old bag of snacks, bigger than that, by the side of my bed, just waiting every night.
Really? I don't do that. I honestly say I buy snacks for Paris, and I don't like. Sometimes I'll come in and I got like real serious munchies, and then I'll just eat all her shit. Like she'll wake up and she'll be ready to eat something. She'll be like, "Mom, you ate those was my last 3.
Where's my Cheetos?
You ate my last 3 Oreos." I'm like, "Yo, I ain't touch no Oreos, girl. You don't eat that type of stuff."
Quit sleeping on the bus now.
I don't know, but it's just like for me, like God, I do. I mean, and the thing is, like I put it away. I'm like, boop, here we go. And I do think it's exactly what you said. Next thing you know, it's like, oh well, it's just $20.
Right.
Oh, it's just
I'll put it back.
I'll put it back. And
next thing you know,
I'm
you own yourself like for a year.
I'm the worst because I have no excuse. I shop at thrift stores, clearance racks. I don't do it. It's just snacks.
But that's doing it though. That's still doing it because you might be getting something for a couple of dollars, but how often do you go?
I don't shop. I hate shopping.
You hate shopping?
I hate it. I love
everything.
Yes.
Like food shopping too?
Grocery stores, obviously unless 7-Eleven, but I hate shopping.
But you hate shopping at grocery stores?
All of it. Online shopping, grocery shopping.
But you
hate
just
spending money.
Going to...
I hate spending money.
If you're doing it online, then that's spending money.
She said
I don't do it online.
Because
the way my body type is, because I'm tall, I don't buy clothes online because it irritates me.
Fits, right,
and I don't... That's what I'm saying. She looked at it and she's like, what exactly is your problem? Because you don't... She's like, I haven't bought from Amazon in 3 months.
What? Yes. I haven't bought from Amazon in 3 hours. Okay, baby.
It's been been 3 years.
It's been 3 hours.
I don't have any of that.
Me and that mailman is like, what's up? What you got for me today? I forgot what the hell I ordered. Just put it on the, just put it on the damn.
If I go out and I don't pregame, I will be sober the whole night. Cause who's not finna buy a drink? Yes, I'm that bad. That's why I can't have many friends. I need my friends. It was a little post that said, if you don't look at something it's $40 and they don't say it's $40, we can't be friends.
Oh my God. Nina, did you know that about Nina? I'm very open.
I had no clue.
Okay, because I had no clue.
Like,
not to that extent.
I am terrible.
I knew you said you were frugal, but not to that extent.
Look, if my friend is still she would tell you that girl do not buy drinks at the club. I do not. And don't even ask me to buy a table because I'm gonna look at you like you're slow. You're not going like pitching for what? For what? No, I don't. I will not. I don't do tables. I don't do any of that. I don't even do covers.
Covers? Yeah. What do you mean you don't have covers on your bed?
I'm talking about for clubs, child.
Oh shit! I'm like, girl, I'm like, wait a minute, you ain't got no damn covers on your bed.
Like, we gonna get you some covers.
Like, girl, we gonna get you some covers for Christmas, okay?
I'm that girl. If the RSVP is closed at 11 o'clock with my heel, hold on, because what we not finna do is pay $20. That's why there's no excuse for me to be broke ever.
So your girlfriend Riri said, "Yep, she won't buy drinks at the club."
She know me, and she will join me. That's why.
Shout out India. How you doing, India? Shout out to India Richardson. We had her on last Monday from Wound Therapy. Indeed. I hope you ladies went on there on Friday for her birthday and got all her products and stuff that she had on sale. I hope y'all hit her up.
On my honorary membership.
You get nothing.
And let me tell you, did you try your wash?
I sure did. I did try. I have been busy, but I owe her a post. Cause
I tried the wash, honey.
I need to do a whole dramatic video.
Listen, it was all that in a bag of chips. I haven't tried that the click something thingy.
I tried the peel.
You tried the peel?
I did.
Did the peel? Was it peel?
Oh yeah, I was like drop something on that.
Did the peel?
The peel peeled.
Oh, it peeled?
The peel peeled.
The peel peeled. Okay, baby, I might need to try my
I should have brought it. Like, just so y'all know.
I gotta try my peel. Look, India fell out laughing. Okay, I gotta try my peel.
I know. I owe y'all. It's been a crazy week, India. I got you.
God damn, India. Well, listen.
I'm like, look, the fact that it took 2 weeks, the shows, I've been busy.
Okay. Well, shit. Well, when it comes down to money, listen, I'm just bad. I'm the type of person, this is how bad I am. I woke up one day last year and I was just surfing online and I was like, I'm gonna go buy a car today. And I did. Yeah. I literally went on my lunch break and just bought a car. Yeah. I didn't think about it. I didn't have any type of desire to even get a car. I just went and bought a car.
That gives me a heart attack.
I just wanted a car. Yeah. I just bought it. And I'm an impulsive buyer. I'm extremely impulsive when it comes to buying. I hate grocery shopping, but I love shopping, but I don't like shopping in stores. I hate malls. I don't like going to malls. Like, I'm a really huge online shopper because I like how organized it is. Okay, I want these type of shoes. I want this color shoe. I want this heel type of shoe. Like, I like how organized it is. I go in the mall and I get anxiety because of all the people, because I'm an empath. So all these people and the energies and I'm just like, and then I go in the store and I can't find shit. I'm like, this wasn't supposed to be on this rack, and then you got the sizes over here, and the shit is all organized. I can't find anything, and then I come out, but I do spend way more money online than I would in a store, but. Yeah, so I need help. It's all good, but it's okay because I'm content. If y'all have to get me out of a homeless shelter one day, I'm gonna be flying that bitch. Okay,
that's right. So
just understand, I'm gonna be in a homeless shelter, fly as fuck, but I'm gonna be in there.
I can't,
cause to the day I die, I will live and I will spend these coins that I fucking work for.
I mean, that is all I know. There's nothing wrong with that.
I cannot do. I work every day so hard. Yeah. I'm spending my coinage. I'm spending my coinage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this. I'm not. I don't even want to say that I'm cheap because I don't like to spend money. I just like to spend money on certain things.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Plane ticket, if I got it, I'm buying.
Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their thing that they're into.
Your thing. Yeah,
some people are into. They save all their coins and they be traveling, and I'd be like, damn, that's dope.
I knew a guy that was very extreme. Like he was making 6 figures, and it was a life decision to buy tuna. That's how bad.
Oh no, I know a lot of people.
I can't live that way.
I can't.
I like a good balance, but it's just like I'm not. I have realized I am a hippie at heart. So
are you just realizing that?
You should have been on that.
That goes back to what I said, finding the core of you.
Knew that.
I am a hippie at heart. So material things give me anxiety.
Okay, we knew that.
Yeah, so that's why I went into the minimalist life. So unless it moves my soul, it doesn't belong in my space.
But you know how many people I have seen that literally have saved all their coins and they died, and then all their family members fought for their shit, all their they fought over their money, and they fought over, and they took, and then because they wanted to do generational wealth and everything, which I get that, and I feel like you should. But then they saved it, then they take and save the money so they can do the generational wealth. Then you don't know what your kids is gonna spend that money on. You don't know that just because you left them coins that your dumbass kids aren't gonna actually use it for something.
Why the babies gotta be
because they be doing some dumbass shit. Okay, don't act like they don't. Don't act like they don't do some dumbass shit.
Do nothing to you.
You give a regular child. You like
amount of money.
You got $50,000. They be like, yo, we balling. I'm getting ready to buy the tables. I'm popping bottles. Me and my boys, we getting ready flat. They ain't gonna be like, I'm gonna take these coins and use them for college.
I'm finna flex right now. My biggest flex is that my daughter is just as cheap as I am. She be like, Mama, you sure $20 is a lot of money? I'm like, my child would be at the first daggone Mercedes dealer. Like, how much can I get for this $50,000? What can I buy on the lot? Paris?
I got 6, and all of them started off young. They didn't care about too much nothing. They didn't care about their shoes, their clothes too heavy. But now, the older they got,
different story. That's how it is with Paris.
And they get
whole different story. Yeah.
Like their hand is not even over here. Like, hey, pops.
Well, when is that supposed to start? Because men ain't kicked in for that one over there.
Well, be happy with that, you know.
Oh, yeah, I am. She'll be like, she'll check me, Mom. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because that's $20 whole. Oh Lord! I'm like, oh, you right.
You so
you
better
right.
be
She'll
glad.
check me.
That's
Because I had to tell her earlier. I was like, so you just price? You want the smaller one?
Oh, that's so bad.
Well, because it's got less airing.
Like, baby, I said, you see this? I told her, like, if it don't have a name on it, you know, I said, because you're just paying for the name. We don't care about it. It's the same applesauce in the same.
Child, did she say?
She eating flaky flakes.
Happily. And she eat them just like this.
Just add sugar to them. That's all you
She
gotta
eating
do.
Sailor Crunch and shit. She ain't even get
My baby do not care. Look,
baby
I wish I could bring her
Poor
phone up
baby.
here. Her phone is terrible, and she will not let me buy her another one.
Oh, damn.
And she refuses. I'm like, baby, don't you want an iPhone? She's like, no. She's like, Mom, what can I get with an iPhone?
Well, she
I
better.
said,
You
got a couple more years.
You damn sure do, because I tell you
I don't know.
what.
She's 13. She's getting worse.
Shoot,
So
parents be like, Mom, the new iPhone came out. I'm like, okay, when? And your job is when? How? Because Mama can't do it. Well, all right, listen, guys, we're gonna take a quick break because Jason White is in the building, and we are super psyched to pick his brain. All right, because he don't even understand what he in store for. He didn't even know what he was coming in here. He didn't understand that. We got questions. We got lots of questions. So everybody is tuned in that is excited to hear about the government contract, how you can get them contracts, everything you need to do to get them contracts. Make sure you do not go anywhere. We're going to take a quick indie DJ E Boogie indie break, and we will be right back with Jason White. Don't go anywhere.
It's DC's best kept secret, the infamous DJ E Boogie. Boogie.
Getting money out here. Nah, like we really getting money. Yeah. My new watch on TikTok, diamonds dancing TikTok, Helly Hansen drip, drop. New designer flip flops. I get money, big knots. Might go viral, tick tock. Look at her go. Got the biggest bow, I know. All she wanna do is show it off. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral.
You're not doing it big if it's not with DJ E Boogie.
Go viral. They know me and Heat go way back. Strapped with the heat, they back. They ain't love me back then. Now I charge double, that's payback. Y'all in trouble make a run like DMC. Yeah, I moved to the A, with my heart in a DMV. Put your hands up, rock 'em. Put your legs out, drop 'em. Corvette, soon as I pull up, problem. Used to never fit in, now they can't get in everywhere that I go. Said I used to be a Bama, now I'm riding by while you still walking, you Santana. And I'm flying high, might go viral if I Instagram you. And if you need that work, I got it for you, I'll Instagram you. Hold up. My new watch on TikTok, diamonds dancing TikTok. Helly Hansen, drip, drop. New designer, flip flops. I get money, big knots. Might go viral, tick, tock. Look at her go. Got the biggest bow, I know. All she wanna do is show it off. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral. Turn around, go viral.
DJ E Boogie got heat.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam, I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron, well I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog, just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him. I made the call up with just like I'm reppin'. I know we left you, now we back together, but I guess that is better now. Later than never, like, what's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gon' have some kids. Right now we just practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gon' hurt my average. I said thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man. Kill the GPA and the BPM. Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
That's so bad. Oh my God.
Welcome back. Y'all see these crazy ladies in here, right? Just come back giggling.
But you love
Giggling.
us.
So where y'all
We are
day
the wind
long.
beneath your undisclosed location ass wind.
y'all need to be behind scenes.
Y'all
Maybe we'll
stop
let y'all
coming
back
for
there.
me.
Maybe we'll let you behind the curtain one day. Oh man, well listen, we have joining us live in the building. If you're tuned in and you are watching, you see sitting next to me, we have live in the building Jason White. Thank you for joining us. Yes. So you consider yourself, you call yourself the force of government contracting. So
Actually, I didn't give myself that name.
Oh,
I
you
never
didn't.
named myself anywhere.
Okay, so somebody gave you that name. Okay, so before we get into government contracting, give us a little bit of history about who you are and how you actually got into this.
Jay White, first name, last name, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, 757.
Okay.
7 cities.
For sure. Went to Booker T High School. Went to Norfolk State for 1 semester. And I tell people all the time I got a PhD. I'm proud of it.
Nice, very
Couple of
nice.
high school diploma. Give me a bell for that.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Yes.
Get it.
No, but I was struggling in life like most people in terms of like when I was in my early 20s, just trying to figure it out.
Right.
1 foot in the streets,
Right.
10 toes down over here, doing stuff I ain't supposed to do. And I'm at the gas station working, and here come my homeboy. He trying to change his life. He's like, yo, I'm about to get a contract doing trucking. I said, what is that? What's a federal government contract? I had no clue what it was. Tried to reach out to him when I got off work. Because I was at the gas station when he pulled up. He got locked up same night.
Oh,
same
no.
night. Same night he got locked up. So next thing you know, I'm just trying to figure it out. YouTube University. I can't figure it out to save my life. And that's how I got started.
Okay, maybe we
Said
can move
YouTube
you.
University.
Move you up a little bit.
Look, I am a proud graduate, alumni, and continuing student of that.
Yeah.
But back in 2008, YouTube University was trash. Like it didn't help me out at all. It just had me on a hamster wheel, going round and around and round.
Right.
Just trying to still put all my pieces of the puzzle together. So
Right.
but that's how I got it started.
That's what's up. Wow. That's definitely what's up. I love hearing the stories of how people get into the things that they're into.
I love when they just fall into it.
So it was just you at the gas station with your man, and your man mentioned
I
it.
had no clue what it was, and the crazy thing is, I was in the Coast Guard for 10 years. I went to the military jail. I went to the brig, came out. I was like, all right, I got a job at the gas station, but I still didn't know about government contracts. Like they tell you in the military, we're gonna look out, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that for you.
Right.
And they put your boy out.
Wow.
I was on my own.
Wow.
They do. Cool. I gotta figure it out now. But you know, most people's stories, they'll say they struggled for this longer period of time. They was homeless. They was this. I wasn't homeless. I was in the street.
Right.
I was the guy when you put it to the gas station and you gave me the code. Give me the Swisher Sweets. I'm going to the counter. I know what you asking me for.
Right.
So I was getting it, but I didn't want to get it like that.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
No.
I always knew better. Most everybody they know better.
Yeah, you
right.
know
Of
better,
course.
but you want what you want.
I want what I want.
You know what I'm saying?
It was quick. It was easy. And then the thing is, I wasn't using money. That's why I was laughing. I heard y'all talking about the money and stuff like that. I wasn't using the money to flex, because back in the day, if I had an accurate vigor, that was the flex.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If I
accurate
had
vigor, of course.
I was good.
Yeah.
So that's all I was gearing my money toward.
Right.
Making sure my vigor didn't break down.
Right.
That's right.
Pair of butter.
Right.
That's right.
That was all that was it.
Those accurate vigors was so dope. Man, they was so dope. They was so dope. I used to love
On the
them.
back, you put a little boom box in your
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You was doing it.
Boombox.
Brian, can we get a little bit more volume on his mic?
So I had a 929. I felt the same way about that joint back in the day.
Oh Lord, I forgot that existed. Lord,
Right.
Push it up a little bit more.
Well, you know, I'm a little older.
I had to think back like 929.
You said you.
929. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what a government contract is, because there are some people who, you know, they don't even know what government contracting is.
Facts, yeah, true. So the federal government is always looking for a product or a service, but they're looking to provide that product or service to be procured or given to a small business, right?
Okay.
So that's all government contracting is. They'll give out solicitations for small businesses to bid on these products or services, and that's where the contract come in.
Wow.
Yeah. And that, like you said, a lot of people don't know that you can. They want everything, diapers.
And that's
wigs,
what I was about to ask you,
everything.
because a lot of people, when they think of these contracts, they think of it
general stuff,
general stuff.
services.
So go into that too, like what is
Diapers,
any type of
wigs,
industry.
digital content, commercials, movies, whatever you can think of, right? I was telling people, and I had an event in Miami. Shout out to the Hive, right? I had an event in Miami. I was speaking. I said, yeah, so we did a government contract to do haircuts in the prison. Wow. And a lot of people was like, how you do that? I was like, man, I came up off that contract.
You kidding me?
Yeah, because a lot of that's crumbs to certain people. Right. But if I'm picking up them crumbs, I got a whole cookie. Straight up. So I always go after those, but I teach my students the same thing. It's not about, like $1 million contracts. It's about letting the compound effect take effect. We always want to make sure that residual income is coming in month after month after month, and you're not hustling for it.
Right.
I hustled already. I know what that hustle game like. A lot of people know what the hustle game like. You standing on the corner, you waiting from 12 to 6, and the customers coming for the pack. Okay, cool. There ain't no problem. So now, once I get into the professional world, government contracting, I don't want to hustle all my life.
Exactly.
It took me 3 years to win my first contract. That was the hustle.
Right.
Now I sit back and collect the check.
So you said it took you 3 years to
Took me
get
3
your
years, yeah.
Is that a typical timeline for the majority of people?
Hell no.
Okay.
Nah. You got to think about it. I got a PhD. Think of my background. I got a PhD, public high school diploma. I hate to read. Right, I didn't know the ins and outs of government contracting.
Right,
and now I gotta try to figure it out on my own because YouTube and university was trash.
Right.
So that's why I took. And then that second year I quit.
Gotcha.
Right, I was like, yo, this ain't for me, man. I'm going back to doing what I do, and I just got frustrated. But my homeboy mama, shout out to her, she fine. She came up to the she look good. I know
The mom brought back like,
Listen, Mom Deuce came back up to the gas station. I was like, oh yeah, I'm finna listen to whatever she talking about. But she the one that gave me the battery in my back to get back going, and I was like, all right, let's do it. I'm here for it now. Yeah, for sure.
So what was your first contract?
Man, grease traps.
What?
Yeah, yep. So we was doing
What's Greeks?
right. I ain't have a clue neither. So in the kitchen, and I don't care what kitchen we talking about, Fridays, any kitchen.
Yeah.
They got grease traps for the ovens and stoves and all that to trap the grease.
Oh.
It's a federal contract in VA hospitals to clean those out. That's the first one I won. It was valued at $325,000, but because I ain't know no better, I only was getting $125 a month off of it. Yeah. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, that's the best $125 I've ever made for not doing the work.
Right.
For not doing the work. Right. That was the best $120. I cried. I was like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I made it, yo. Like that $125 when they told me I won the contract.
Wow.
That's liberating.
Right.
All
Sure.
You know you can do it at that point.
There you go.
Yeah.
I cracked the code.
I hope.
Yeah.
There it
That's
is.
what's up.
Yeah.
So you federal, that's right.
All federal.
Damn.
Don't
What
do-
about on the state level, city level?
I don't do no state. Hold on. The sip is good. The sip is good. When the conversation is good, the sip is good.
That's right. That's right.
I just don't do the state and the local because I've heard. I don't know. I don't even know if it's true or not. But I've heard there's a lot of red tape to go through that avenue.
Oh, okay.
To start with the federal government, all I needed was my LLC, my DUNS number, and I got approved through SAM.gov. Once I did that, I was ready to go. So I didn't have the 2008, I didn't have credit, I didn't have resources, I didn't have a whole bunch of knowledge. I just needed what's the quickest way to get this money.
Got you.
And the federal was that. So I just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay. So you get these contracts, and say you get a contract to do landscaping or landscaping. What's that called? Oh, to do like landscaping or something, right? And you get the bid, you win the contract, and next thing you know, it's like, oh shoot, like I mean, because you're not doing it yourself.
Not doing it. I'm subbing it out.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you go about from that point on? Like, do you have to make sure you have a team that's ready to do it, or like how does that go?
Everything is simultaneously, right? So we're bidding on this federal government contract. So I'm not going to bid on it with a price that I don't know, because his company might come and say, we want $10,000. Well, if I bid on it without consulting with him, how much is his quote to me?
Right.
And I do $8,000, I'm $2,000 back.
Short, right.
So while I'm bidding, I'm asking him, how much would you charge me to do this job? Send me a quote. He give me 10 racks. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put my 5 racks on top of it. Send it to the government. The quote is $15,000. We win the contract. He get his 10 because he asked me for 10.
Right.
He asked me for it. Here you go. And here go my 5. Some people say, man, do they get mad when they see how much you making? They can't get mad because they asked me for their price.
They asked for the price.
I asked you what's your price, and you gave it to me.
Price.
I'm giving you that every single month.
Right.
But that's how it works. We got to do it simultaneously. I can't bid on the contract without consulting the quote from the company that's actually going to do the work on my contract.
Gotcha.
We got to do it at the same time.
So what is the lowest bid that you've heard about or came across for federal contract?
The lowest bid was probably mine. You talking about my 125 that I won? Yeah, it can't get much lower than that, because that ain't even no real profit at that point.
Right.
I mean, I would never. At this stage, I would never do that again, right?
Right.
But with some of my students, I encourage them, hey, get that first win.
Yes.
Because once you got that first win, now your company has the past performance from the federal government that they're looking for. You've already won a federal government contract. The sky's the limit after that.
Right.
Don't turn nothing down when you're building.
Definitely.
So that's the lowest. That 125.
You have any questions?
Shit.
I was about to read the comment.
We ain't going back there no more.
All right, so we have some two comments from Terrence. Terrence said he is not lying about the crumbs as a CR. I see these contract numbers, what some call crumbs, definitely make a nice cookie.
A nice cookie.
Keep doing your thing, bro. Then
Appreciate
he said,
it.
oh, that's hilarious. One of the contracts I manage is Grease. Was it Interceptor?
Yeah.
AKA Grease Shop. It's quick work, quarterly job.
There you go. It's quick work. And those, so I don't exclusively go for those, but I exclusively go for service-based contracts.
Okay.
There's a reason for that, because service-based contracts typically are 4 and 5 year runs. If it's 4 and 5 year runs, that's residual income off of one contract for 4 and 5
years.
There you go. Now we make it make sense. So now we sitting back eating off of one contract. But what if you got 42 like me?
Right.
I was about to ask you that. So, like, how many? I mean, do you feel like there's a certain amount of contracts that you should get? You know, or it's just how many you can handle?
How many you can handle? I mean, the sky's the limit. You can keep going. Like people ask me, why don't I have more? I mean, I'm good. I'm chilling. I mean, I got 42 contracts. 30 of them are 4 years and better.
But that means you have to manage all of those contracts.
I gotta manage the invoices. I don't manage the actual subcontractors.
Okay.
When you win a contract, you're gonna get awarded or given a point of contact at the facility.
Okay.
I'm buddy with the point of contact at the facility,
Right.
not necessarily my subcontractor,
Right.
Because that person at the facility, they're there every single day.
Right.
I'm not in California. I'm not in North Dakota.
Right.
I'm in Baltimore.
Now, what happens if the subcontractor doesn't come through for some reason?
For sure, you get them out of there. Here's the thing: the federal government will always give the company that got awarded the contract multiple chances. A lot of people don't understand it because they want to work with total small businesses.
Right.
They want to work with minorities, women-owned, veterans, all those good stuff. They want to work with us. So they're going to give us chances. It's our job as the middleman and the middle person not to give the sub that many chances because they told us they do this.
Yes.
You said it. You said you do this. So now you blowing it. You out of here.
Right.
Because that's my name on the line, not yours.
And that's what I was about to say. Exactly. Because you're working with them on. You're like
they did. I'm getting them out of here. I don't even hold no punches. I get them.
Like an employee ain't doing their job. You gotta go.
Y'all don't know how many times I got fired. I lied so much in my resume. You gotta think about it. I lied on the resume to get the job. Once I got the job and I can't perform it, it's like, damn, it's sink or swim. You feel me?
That meme of that guy looking at the grave like,
You feel me? It's sink or swim. My motto back in the day was, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta say on this resume to get in front of them. I get in front of them, they did. I'm gonna get the job. My personality always gonna shine through. But now after I got the job, I gotta work.
You have to actually do what you
feel me?
You like, wait.
You feel me?
They always doing the most over here.
Man, I ain't know I had to do backflip. Yeah, exactly.
I gotta do.
I ain't even read the handbook.
Right.
So when them subcontractors hit me with the ooh-wop, with the fake out 52, I'm getting them out of there. I'm not playing with that. Yeah, I'm not playing.
And what you said is a good point. So let's talk about minorities' chances with winning a contract. You mentioned that, they want minorities, they want women.
Sure.
What are some things that, minorities, because I know a lot of minority small businesses probably feel like they don't even have a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's talk about that for a minute and try to give them a good perspective on what their chances actually are in that industry.
For sure. Good question. So I teach my students, so they're called certifications.
Okay.
Right? They're called certifications and or set-asides, where they call us socioeconomic disadvantaged groups. That's what the federal government calls us, disadvantaged.
Really?
So it's propaganda. From the get-go, it's propaganda already. Yeah. So number two, I teach my students how to win contracts without certifications. Once you understand the process without a certification, what's going to happen when you get that certification and understand how to leverage it? You're going to bust them in the head every single time. So now the certifications, they don't give us the advantage that people think. People think they're going to magically just give us contracts because we say we're a woman owned, because we say we're minority. It don't happen like that because we still got to bid. We still got to understand that process. So when people come to me, I'm like, look, congratulations, you want to get this woman owned small business certification. Let's put that to the side. Let's understand what this process look like to go through the process of bidding, winning, and managing a federal government contract. So now when you get that certification, you got to leverage it. Because the woman owns all these certifications, they just put you in a smaller room.
Right.
So now, instead of bidding against 500 people, you're bidding against 26.
Still bidding.
But what's going to happen when a shark like me get in that pool of 26 people? I'm killing all of them because they don't know the process. Because most people think to get started, I need these certifications, and that's far from the truth. You don't need a website. You don't need certifications. You don't need all this crazy stuff that people say you need to get started. Why? Because I'm living proof. I came from the gas station with just my LLC.
Wow.
When my first one, and so I get real excited when my students when they contracts without those certifications. Because it proves that
you don't need
time and time again, you can just get started.
Right.
Yep, just get going.
So all it takes is an LLC.
That's it. LLC, you got to have your DUNS number, and then you register in SAM.gov and you rolling.
Right.
So what does that process look like? Because you kept talking about the process. What is the bidding process and how does that go? What does that look like?
So you got to understand how to read the solicitations.
Okay.
It's a lot of government jargon. I hate to read. Oh my gosh, I hate to read, right? But coming to this space, you have to read, right?
Okay.
But you don't have to read everything, and that's why a lot of people go wrong. I teach my students how to operate in speed and precision. We're not the only individuals looking at this stuff. I didn't create middleman and subbing out contracts.
Okay.
I didn't create that, right? That's been going on for years on years. So we got to understand which documents to actually look at to get us going through the process. So that's the first thing I teach. Then we got to understand how to speak to the subcontractors.
Okay.
Federal government anyway, jargon is scary. So now you're calling a lawn care company that just got started 2 weeks ago, right? And they don't know what you're talking about because you give them all this government jargon. So I got to tell people how to speak to these subcontractors to want to do business with your company. Got to go over pricing. Pricing is huge, right? Negotiating these prices. That's in the process. We got to understand what it looks like to talk to the contract specialist. That's the person over that solicitation. That's the gatekeeper, right? If you don't know how to talk to the gatekeeper, that's the separator. People think it's your company, it's your website. Nah, it's your communication. That's the gatekeeper right there.
Wow.
Then we got to understand what it looks like to create our proposal.
Okay.
People think you need a proposal writer and you got to write these long dissertation proposals. Nah, the government black and white. They're gonna tell you exactly what they want to see from you. And you just submit that. And it's documents. It's not a whole paragraph on, my company is this. My company, they don't care nothing about your company. They want to know, can you do the work?
Yeah.
And how much you charging me?
Right.
And that's what we submit. So I go over that.
Straightforward.
Straightforward. That's why I rock with the federal government. It's straight. I'm straightforward. I ain't got time to go through this and go through that. I couldn't even if I wanted to back in the day anyway. So the process is still the same. But that's what the process looks like, and that's what I teach. And once they get that, they off and running. Gone.
Oh my God.
Make it sound so simple.
I was about to say,
So
I was
out of
thinking the
pocket.
same thing.
You coming out of pocket, of course, right?
Yeah. You coming out of pocket? How much it costs for your LLC? Boom. That's your out of pocket. Because you're not paying. Because you're not paying for. You're not paying for you to submit a proposal. That's free. I'm telling you, don't get a website. So boom, you don't got that cup right there.
Right.
You don't need an office building. You working from your bedroom in your robe. There's no out of pocket price.
Okay, so I have a question. Where do people find these contracts? Are they on a website?
Yeah, sam.gov.
Sam.gov. So they go to sam.gov, they see the contract listed or whatever.
Yep.
So then from that point on, and they want to go ahead and bid on the contract.
There you go.
What is like some of the steps?
I see the wheels spinning. Go ahead. I see the wheels turning.
I know the listeners want to know because there are literally so many different hairstylists and so many different people that are listening that was really excited about the show, and they probably really want to know, okay, what are my steps? Like, what is some of, like, not going completely into them, but what is some of the key things that they need to do?
Man, so number one, you got to register.
Okay.
You have to register your company.
At sam.gov.
At sam.gov. Register your LLC. I don't care what the name is. The name could be I Love Ice Cream LLC. Register that thing. Because here's what I teach. It's not about what you can do. It's about what you can manage. Can I manage this contract, and can I manage this company doing this work on this contract? Most people, when they think about federal government, they have their own business.
Okay.
Already, right? Congratulations if you got your own business. But the government is telling you what products and services they need. So just provide that to them.
Right.
After you provide what they need, now you can circle back and say, hey, but I actually do hair. I actually have an IT company. I actually do security. People always come in and they got a security company, they got an IT company. Oh, this is all I want to do. They got their blinders on. They just put themselves in a whole box. It's 92,000 contract opportunities per day.
Damn, per day?
Every single day.
Stop it.
So why would I go get that money? Why would I worry about what my company can do? Keep doing what you're doing outside the federal government. Give them what they're asking for.
Keep it in the business.
You feel me? Rock and roll. Yeah.
So that joint right there, sir. All you said is LLC.
That's it. Sam.gov.
So what are some challenges, though? What are some challenges?
The challenges are, the biggest challenges are in the beginning, especially, it's the communication and pricing.
Okay.
Because it's the federal government.
Yeah.
Most people think blank check.
Right.
We can't fathom. Okay, you know what I mean? We can't fathom somebody saying you only want $15,000 for this, and I'm gonna put on for my fee another $15,000.
Right.
You blowing yourself out the water.
Right.
You have to submit competitive quotes. So that's a challenge for pricing because people just overdo it.
Right.
I'm guilty of it. Right. One of my first contracts that I submitted a proposal for was for landscaping.
Okay.
To cut like 4.3 acres of land on a cemetery. I got the quote back for $30,000. I put $100,000 on that thing. I submitted my quote for $130,000. I ain't know no better. I'm like, shoot, this is a blank check. I'm good.
Right.
We all finna eat. I blew it. You know what I mean? So I had to. I had to learn. Okay, cool. But then it's the communication piece.
Got you.
Right. The federal government loves to have individuals speak to them and communicate. And a lot of people think, I don't want to talk to them. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to ask. Man, ask and say whatever, especially if it's on your mind as it pertains to that solicitation, because they want to know that you're expressing interest. And one of the ways to express interest is to communicate. So that's the biggest challenge, because people don't communicate. You're going to look like, just like y'all remember back in the day when we could go into a restaurant, fast food joint, and say, hey, can I get an application? Is the hiring manager here?
Right.
I fill out the application right there on the table and give it to the hiring manager right in their hand. I'm not another applicant. I gave it to you. You got a face with the name.
That's right.
So you got to do the same thing with the process over here. Create an avenue to separate yourself with communication. So when you submit that bid, they say, oh, that's Jay White. I spoke to him yesterday. I just got an email from him last night, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of people, that's their challenge. That community, even with the subcontractors too, communication.
Yeah.
What do you
Especially
feel like?
Like people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The introverts, yeah. But it's almost like, to get to new money, you got to stretch yourself.
Yeah.
So even if
you
got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. We talking about life changing bread.
Yes.
So if you ain't comfortable talking on the phone, be comfortable in your current financial situation.
That's right.
And just state it.
Right. And what do you feel like? What wins? Like if there's like 10 people or whatever, trying to go after this one contract. What have you noticed, or what do you feel is like actually wins those contracts? Is it the one who has the best that comes in with the best price, or like you feel like that's what it is?
No. So it's a thing. It's a combination of things. That communication piece is big.
Okay.
And you definitely have to have the lowest price.
Okay.
Right. You got to have the lowest price, and then your documentation got to look clean too. Now, you can't turn in sloppy documentation. Right. I learned the hard way. Right. I'm just turning in garbage Word document, typing errors all over the place. My spacing look trash. Right. So your documentation got to look clean, because it just has to read well.
Okay.
She read a comment from Maine, man. He was a COR. Contracting officer representative. Okay. They are just human beings. They just trying to read whatever you got written. They ain't trying to read gibberish, and they ain't trying to read a book.
Yeah.
It has to read well. So those are the things that win contracts, hand over fist, easy.
Wow.
Yeah, or at least push you in competition and being competitive, because they're gonna pick the top 3.
Okay.
So if it's 10 people, they're gonna pick the top 3. And then after the top 3, they're gonna pick through it. Now they're gonna nitpick. Who got the best price? Who got the best documentation? I spoke to Jason White last night. You feel me? They always do that,
because your name is there.
There you go.
Right.
Your name is there.
There you go. There you go.
Now, if you the guy you was talking about, Terrence, he said, correction, as a contracting officer, I have to accept the lowest technically acceptable offer that also meets the government's needs.
For sure.
So if you are someone who isn't really good at writing or like you said, do you advise finding someone that'd be able to do that for you, or is it just
because if I check
trial and error?
Forget that. Because if I talk to Terrence every day up until I submit this proposal, I guarantee you Terrence gonna look at my proposal.
Wow.
I promise you that.
Wow.
I promise you, I'm gonna build that relation. I'm gonna build that rapport. He can say I got the technical. He can give me all the government junk he want to. If I'm talking to this man every single day, or at least as much as he's gonna answer me, right? Answer my emails and answer my calls. Now I ain't calling him on no BS.
Right.
I'm calling him as it relates to I have a legit question about my solicitation, right? I ain't calling him just to say, hey, how you doing? How was your day? No. I got a legit question, because my subcontractors are asking me legit questions. I'm gonna be the best echo. Right. Asking me, I'm gonna ask you. The government asking me, I'm gonna boom, I'm passing it back. And that's going to be my separator. Now, I do, like I was talking about, my paperwork does have to look clean.
Okay.
But I promise y'all, 9 times out of 10, because I built that rapport, mine's going to get a good look. I ain't going to say I'm winning.
Right. It's going to get a good look.
It's going to get a good look.
Right. If not that one, it'll be the next one.
Come on now. Come on. It's going to be a good look. And then, and this 10 times out of 10, If I don't win, Terrence gonna circle back with me.
Right.
Bet you. He gonna circle back with me and say, look, I got another one similar to the one you just put a proposal for. Boom. Because they look for companies, right? Sometimes it ain't always they got so many companies bidding.
Right.
Sometimes don't nobody hardly bid.
Wow.
And then that contracting
insane.
officer, contract specialist, they start to call these companies that they got the rapport with. Come on, man.
So you put in your bid, and then after you put in your bid, you're like, how long do you normally go before you like send out that first filler email?
Yeah.
You know, start to build that rapport. Like, you know, when do you?
So I've already built the rapport before I submitted my proposal.
Oh, okay.
I'm ahead of that curve. So now once I submit the proposal, now I typically wait like 6 to 7 days before I follow up. Hey, has the government heard anything? Are the government going to award this contract? Because they don't always tell you if you lost. They're going to tell you when you win every single time.
Okay.
But when you lose, they don't always tell you.
Right.
So I just follow up maybe like every 7 days.
Now, is that you? Because you've already been doing this? I mean, like somebody's just starting off. You said you have already did it before you even put in the...
Yeah, but that's what I teach my students. Everything that I do, I teach them the same way. Bang, 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 bang. Because I'm not talking from a place where I used to do this. I'm still doing it. My company's still being awarded contracts. I think this year we already won like 7 this year so far. So we still rolling. So my information is current. It ain't yesteryears. We doing this now and getting the same results. And then I'll teach my students the same thing because it worked.
You keep talking about your students. I was
about to say
that. Yeah. Tell us about
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Where do you teach at, and how did you get into teaching?
That's cool because the crazy thing is I've always been teaching.
Right.
I just wasn't valuing my time teaching and getting the price from it, right?
Okay.
Because I was just like, yo, y'all know I came from where I came from. Now I ain't driving around the bucket no more, and people around the way they noticing that. Right. All of a sudden, Jay taking trips.
Right.
What's going on? So they started to ask little questions here and there. So I'm giving them the game. Now I formally came to teaching probably like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I got a digital course. It's called Crack the Code. It's a module style, so you it's self-paced.
Wow.
Because people got 9 to 5s, people got lives of their own, maybe businesses they still trying to formulate and all that.
Right.
So I had to make the course where you can take it on your own self-paced. Now I don't recommend take too long because that money's sitting on the table, right? Take the course, learn what you got to learn, and come on, get this money. Right. And then I do group Zoom calls every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Because it's important for me to let somebody know when you buy my course, I'm not just dropping you off. Right. You're still going to have a platform to ask questions, to bounce things off of me, to hear what the other students are saying, what their mountains are or their challenges have been to this point. Right. But then it's encouraging when everybody get on there and say, yeah, I won 2 last week. Wow. I won another one last week. And then they go over it. It's inspiring because somebody is hearing it from somebody else and not me. Right. Somebody might be like, oh, that's just Jay. Why he been doing it for so long? Okay, cool. But what about that 50-year-old single mother in New York with 2 kids that's winning the federal government contract? And that's a real woman too, by the way.
Okay,
The testimonies is real. I don't put a lot of testimonies on my website because you don't know if that's real or fake, right?
Right.
You can pay for that.
Yeah,
that ain't no big deal. But when you come on them Zoom calls and you hear them people giving out their real stories and how they found me, how long they've been taking the course, and when they won their first contract, man, you should see the people's face. They be jumping off the call and get ready to call somebody. Right. You know, call them subcontractors, ready to get to work.
I know that's right.
So I'm loving that space. I'm loving this new space I'm in of teaching.
I love it.
Jump back on the subcontractors.
Yes, sir.
So the subcontractors is already pretty much in place. Like what's the company name? Centos.
They better be. They better be in place already.
So really just managing them now.
There you go. I'm managing the whole company.
Oh my God.
I'm managing the whole. Crazy. I'm not managing the individual people.
Right.
I'm talking to the CEO of that company.
Right.
And I'm getting him to fall in line and pass the message from the federal government. I'm just being the best echo.
You're like being the middleman, sort of like the middleman.
I'm straight the middleman.
You're the facilitator.
Here's the expectations from the government. Boom, I got it, I understand it. Now let me articulate it to main man over here in his company, his employees.
So basically they have the contract, you're just kind of just getting it, making sure they get in position and then
for sure. That's it. Call me what you want. You feel me? Like because I didn't, but that's why I said. But that's why I said the idea and the mindset is not about what I can do. Can I manage the contract and can I manage the company that's going to work on this contract? We all 9 times 10 is always going to be yes. Yeah. Everybody has took their car to to the auto mechanic and we took it for an oil change. Dude come back out and say, you need an oil change, you need a tune up, you need to change the tire. What we tell him? Man, I just need an oil change.
Right.
We just project managed that auto mechanic that's been doing that work for 15 years. We told him what my expectations are.
Right.
That's all we got to do, and we got to make sure they see it through. That's it. It's not harder than that.
So you can probably get a little bit more change during the contract time if you see something that's out of whack a little bit. You need to tighten it up or something.
Yeah. So what we want to do is when we are getting our option years. So when we getting our option years, the price can always go up.
Okay.
Right.
If the subcontractor is doing their job, they typically come back and say, "Hey, next year if we still here, we want a little bit more money."
Oh, got you. Okay.
Okay, cool, no problem. They probably deserve that little bit more money.
Right.
And plus, I want to maintain that relationship with them anyway, right?
Of course, right.
So I'm gonna give them a little bit more money. When the government gives me more money, now if they don't give me more money, I got a conversation with the sub. Hey, ain't no more money to give you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Now, I have done this. This is me. I have dipped into my profit, and when the government didn't go up, I dipped into my profit to look out for them.
No, I understand that.
Because that's just good business.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
good
take care of home
business.
team.
Yeah.
100%.
So, I saw your Instagram, and you've been, with.
Tell them how we met. Man.
I mean, you've
tell
been.
them how we met. Tell them how we met. This is crazy.
Yeah. So you reached out to me.
That's when my course first came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he reached out to me and asked me to do a promo.
Promo for me, yeah.
Yeah, he reached out to me and asked me to do a promo on my page for him, and I did. And that's literally how
Sound like Army.
Right. That's literally how we met. That's literally how we linked up. And now it's like full circle.
Yeah. Hey, see, here's the thing. The social media, the world, all that, I closely related to the streets.
Yeah.
If I want to get something out there, I'm going to find the people that got a bigger reach than me.
That's right.
It ain't more simple. It ain't harder than that.
Exactly.
If she say yeah, cool, thank you, I appreciate it. If she say no, I'm going to the next person that got a bigger reach than me. I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
I promise you, I knew I was going to get to the point where I'm at now and bigger. I'm talking about on social media. Right. But I gotta start. I gotta crawl before I walk.
That's right.
So I'm like, let me go there and see what she say. She said, yeah, put it up there. And she was giving me updates. She was like, look, I think you should have at least 100 new followers right now. How many you got? I like, yo, I do. I was like, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So that's how we met. And and I'm thankful the fact that you reached back out to me.
Of course.
And you know what I mean? You was professional. I was professional. And then now look at us. You know what I mean? Started from the bottom, now we here.
Now we here. Now we here. But going into that, you're really here, okay? Because I see you, you with Rick Ross and everything. You the last Miss O. So let us know how did that come about? How you chilling with Rick Ross? Music, okay?
Yeah. Shout out to the big homie Rick Ross, man. At the Promised Land, chilling at his crib. So he had a Boss Up conference that I got invited to, right? Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So we got invited up to the Boss Up conference. And what I'm talking about is government contract. That's different than most people messages, credit, stocks, Turo, Airbnbs. I ain't talking about none of that. Shout out to everybody that's making their big bags on that.
Right.
I just am in a different lane.
Right.
So at the Boss Up conference, I was in that lane by myself.
Oh, wow.
You feel me? So now when I'm talking about getting money from the federal government, and I said one of the things I said on stage, I said everybody getting money, but nobody in here getting money from the federal government, not even Ross. And when I said that, because that's a fact, right? When I said that, Ross walked on stage, he gave me dap, he was like, yeah, we gonna rap. And he just been feeling my energy ever since then. Yeah. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, real always gonna recognize real.
Hell yeah.
When you speaking your truth, everybody gonna be able to rock with it or they not, right? So I'ma just be me. I'ma stand 10 toes down on who I am and what I stand for and my message, right? And give it the way only I can give it.
Definitely.
And then next thing you know, like I said, we was just there Sunday, yesterday for brunch.
Damn.
Yeah, it was in the
Wait, so
brunch.
you was with Rick Ross for brunch yesterday?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's totally different. That's better than our weekend. We should have had him on.
I was about to say, like, it's dope that
Sitting in the house,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes.
A lot of people feel like they got to switch it up just
Exactly.
because it's federal government.
Exactly.
And they have to, you know, even me as an entrepreneur, people telling me, oh, why you got them colors in your hair?
Yeah.
Why you do that? You need to switch it up. I'm like, I will not.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, so I appreciate people like you that are making it okay for people to be themselves.
Right, definitely.
It's so, especially with that kind of, you know, platform, they feel like they got to change everything about themselves and live up to this, you know, crazy expectation.
Yep.
That's
Definitely.
great that you're letting them know, like, you can show up as
Absolutely.
yourself.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
achieve your dreams. So that's really dope.
Appreciate
Beautiful
it,
testimony. And we appreciate you for coming on the show, because I'm trying to tell you, if I was having brunch yesterday with Rick Ross, I might not have made it today. I'd have been like,
I always show up, man.
listen, I don't know if I'm going to make it, you know? I had brunch
I might not have been with him for the whole day, but I still would have turned up later and shit, though.
I'd have been like, I had too many mimosas,
Yeah.
baby. I don't think
I
I'm
definitely had the mimosas. We definitely turned up last night. But that's who I am. I'm a man of my word. You feel me? Like I ain't rescheduled. I'm gonna show up. I'm back in Atlanta tomorrow night. Matter of fact, and we roll.
you doing it.
Air miles is heavy.
Yeah, you already know.
it.
Miles is heavy.
So we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, but real quick, because everybody's tuned in, the comments is blowing up.
That's
Everybody
what's up.
loves it. Shout out to Elle. She said this is all golden. I'm taking notes. Diligently.
What's over there in that chalice?
You know I be jacking up them damn words. Listen, I'll jack the words up in a minute, okay? And she says that I'm coming back for the replay. So that's some good shit right there. So everybody that's tuned in, if you can just give them a real quick rundown of what they need to do to get themselves a government contract. You know, everybody's tuned in. Give it to them real quick with some pointers to get them going.
First thing, get you a mentor. I'm here for you, right? But if you want to go at it alone, lone wolf, just get your company registered in sam.gov. Understand how to look for the solicitations, and don't worry about all the other stuff that people think that you need to submit a proposal. You're good. You don't need the website. You don't need the certifications. You can start submitting proposals as soon as your company gets approved and you're ready to rock and roll.
Right.
Wow.
That's straight like that.
And you would advise to try to build some type of rapport.
Every single time, build a rapport. Like I said, you're going to hit a wall when you're doing it by yourself. I hit a wall. So I'm here for you. You feel me? I promise you, I ain't going to drop you off. I'm going to take care of you. But you got to build a rapport. You got to understand communication.
Right.
You got to understand timing. And you got to understand pricing.
Yes.
You get all those things, you'll be calling me saying, JY, I want my first federal government contract.
And you can't be putting down scribble scrabble. You got to have some, you got to make sure it looks good, right?
Absolutely.
You got to make sure it look good.
Come on, man. Come on.
Wait, what did you say?
So seasonal contract.
Yeah.
So if I want to
snow and ice removal services, seasonal.
Wow.
Right?
So they don't give them joints out like, say, summer.
You will get awarded in the summer, but the snow ain't falling till the winter, right? But you'll get awarded in the summertime. Then when the snow fall, you banking. The snow ain't falling, you just ain't charging.
Gotcha.
But them seasonal one, I probably got about 9 of those snow and ice removal contracts.
Already.
Man, so I'm waiting for the snow to hit.
Listen, so Sean Stevens said, Jay White is the truth. People want to know, how can they follow you? How can they become a student?
Yeah.
How can they get you to be a mentor? How can they have a one-on-one? I had someone literally, as soon as I posted the flyer, she was like, oh my God, I started my business. Shout out to Olivia. She's like, I started my business. She was like, is he accessible? Because I really want to talk to him.
Sure.
She wanted pointers. So how can everyone follow you so they can, get in your class?
I ain't Hollywood yet. You feel me? I'm answering all my DMs at I am Jason White _ at I am Jason White _ and then my website for the course and everything I offer is thefederalcode.com. Go there, check it out, see what we offer. If you got questions, you want me to holler at you, just hit me up in the DM. I'm gonna reach back, because my thing is this: if you take the time out to say, hey, ask me a question in my DMs, at least I can do is take the time out to answer you there. It ain't no bot. It's gonna be me.
This is what I love about this right here, and this is what I feel like we really have to continue to do this, because you're giving information
For sure.
and that's beautiful. A lot of times people get to a certain level and they feel like, no, you gotta figure it out.
Right,
you better Google, you better research, you better do the work. I had to do it by myself. I'm not trying to tell you all my secrets and so that's beautiful, because I mean, you eat, we all eat.
There you go.
There's enough out here for all of us to eat.
It's too much. I told you, it's 96,000 contract opportunities per day.
Per day.
I ain't worried about it.
Per day.
Yeah, if you figure it out, congratulations. Figure it out.
Day.
You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
That is absolutely insane.
And the only way you can get on to what you said,
Sam.gov.
Sam.gov is if you have an LLC, though.
You gotta have an LLC. Yeah, you can't just be. You can't be yourself. Yeah. Because people ask me all the time, "Oh, I got a felon. Can I still get federal government contracts?" Yeah, because the federal government does B2B, business to business.
Okay.
Not people to business. So that's why you gotta have that LLC and register that. Now that felon that owns that LLC, they still Gucci.
Wow.
They still good.
Look at that. He's just dropping so many gems tonight.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm unfortunately one of them.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Like I would never think that I could
because
there's a lot of things taken away when you're
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And there's a lot of people that didn't think, and there's also a lot of people that wouldn't think that. Hey, I make wigs and I couldn't get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I know someone that makes wigs for the cancer patient.
Yeah.
So that's how she won hers. She won the contract for 83,000 wigs, and she sold them to the federal government, the VA hospital in Boston.
Wow.
Yeah, 83,000.
Well, we're gonna have you on again.
Let's do it.
You are family of the Miss O Show.
I'm in the backyard.
We are all here for the information because listen, we gotta get these coins.
Yeah,
we can't just have a 9 to 5 and be content with that. We have got to have, like you said, that residual income. We got to have it coming in, and like you said, I mean, sky's the limit. You can have as many contracts as you want.
You gotta be about to clear residential homes.
Okay, so I mean, listen. So one more time before we get off of here and go to break, give everybody your information and how they can follow you and all that good stuff.
Look, pull up on me at I am Jason White _ at I am Jason White _ You talk to me, I'm gonna talk back, and then thefederalcode.com. I'm waiting for you.
Do you have any events coming up or anything you're doing?
Yeah, so we got a tour. We got a workshop tour. So we got 5 cities. We're doing, yeah. So it's gonna be heavy, and I'm heavy on the workshop because we're actually going to get to work. So you go to my website, you'll see the cities, but it's Cleveland, Chicago, Houston, Atlanta, and then I got to go back to the crib, Norfolk. 757, that's last. Yeah. But the tour is kicking off November the 4th, and that's Cleveland, Chicago, Houston, Atlanta, and then 757 is last.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it.
Through.
Well, listen, we thank you so very much. This show has been everything. I mean, this show has been everything. Everyone,
working here.
I got me all excited. I'm like, girl, bitch, what we get ready to do? We get ready to go home and get some coins.
I'm gonna text my partner like, we ain't doing homes no more.
Okay, listen.
I just Saturday was like,
baby.
Listen, I just need to know, can I go up there and just peek? That's why I asked the question.
100%.
Like, do I actually have to have an LLC before I can even get on?
So you can look at sam.gov right now.
Right.
But to bid and to win, you got to be registered. Yeah, you go with your LLC. Yeah, for sure.
Then does the LLC have to be active? Or does it have to be in good standing and all that
Got to be in good standing. Yeah, it got to be good. Most people just create a whole nother new one.
Gotcha.
And then get going.
If it's all if the old one's all jacked up.
Yeah, get it right and roll. Absolutely.
I have done that. I may have forgot a deadline. I was like, we gonna change the name.
We just gonna switch it up.
Don't get your new one, rock and roll.
All right, well, again, we thank you so very much for hanging with us, giving us all these, dropping all these dope
giving
gems, giving us hope. We love you so
bullshit.
much. Thank you so much, love and light. We wish you so much love. And again, you got to come back.
Yeah,
you
Miss
are
O.
family
Appreciate
here.
you, Miss O.
You are family here with us, so you definitely got to come back. The Miss O Show listeners, do not go anywhere. We got to come back. We got a couple shout outs. We got to talk about some events we got coming up and all that good stuff. Do we have any swinging shenanigans? Or we just
we
not.
late into the evening.
Look, he always got some ish, man. He always got some ish. Right, exactly. God.
She's out of you.
Didn't he say?
Doing what you do.
Didn't he just say you gotta get your shit together?
To the show.
I said I was ready. We went late into the night.
There is absolutely no excuse for you next week. You better have your shit together. You're gonna be swinging your ass out the swing.
Listen, there's a lot of toxic energy in here right now. That's what it was gonna be about.
All right, guys. right, so look, we're gonna take a very, very quick break. I mean, it's gonna be super quick, and then we're gonna come back. We got some. We gotta talk about some events we got coming up, some shout outs and all that good stuff, and then we're gonna wrap it up. It is the Miss O Show with Swangin' and Nina. Thank you, Jason.
There you go.
His best kept secret, the infamous DJ E Boogie.
Okay. Miami like the city girls, yeah. Shawty twerking like the city girls, yeah. Man, it's something by the city girl. They be with you, told you like the city girl. Big, that's a meal ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real thrill.
You're not doing it big if it's not with DJ E Boogie.
Big, that's a meal ticket. Big, that's a meal ticket. Big, that's a meal ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real shit. Just like Megan, she don't rich, tab it. She don't broke. I'm telling, tell Miami, we wild, baby. Collars, and she twerking like Miami. I'm a pair for college. Hit like a pinata, what's that? Pina colada. Gotta act like Malaya, now all these inspired. Cause she a city girl, a real city girl. She can't all that back to shot. It really is irrelevant. Miami like the city girls, yeah. Shawty twerking like the city girls, yeah. Man, it's something by the city girl. They be with me, the city girl. Big, that's a real ticket. And she ain't scared to bust it down for a real. That girl, she ain't really scared to do it.
Yeah.
Now she know.
Hey, you are now rocking with the best. The real life, this is not a test. All I need is a little time, just a minute more, not a second less. All the mother went and took a rest, but these queens went and took it less. For these bars, you gon' need a rest. Cause these bars are some lethal weapons. That's 9 on the beat. Got Roddy MC, Queen. We bomb when you know warning, so keep calm when you speak. Set it off with a bang. We about to murder the gang. Whether you heard of me or not, I'm making sure niggas remember the name. So how'd I figure the flame? Coco, they say I'm sick in the brain. Me and you, we not the same. I'm in a whole other lane. Say what you wanna, for me, I hit you. Some of them things. That's when you know I ain't playing. What the fuck is you saying?
You're now rocking with the infamous DJ E.
All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. The Miss O Show. Y'all see again, every time we come back from break, they are wilding out in this
Somebody gotta have some energy because your ass so cold. Right.
Oh, Barry Beige over here.
You better be happy you got 2 Leo lions with all this energy.
First of all, I was just about to say I was happy I got 2 beautiful women, but I'm not gonna toss a Leo in here.
Okay, we'll take that too. But we are 2 Leo lions. Okay, boo boo kitty, you better be happy you got all this greatness up in here. We be sprinkling.
That's right.
Positive juju energy all over your bald head.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
Bald head. Listen, okay, so
that's your new name.
You better have me call somebody mama when I leave.
That's your new name, Barry Beige.
I gotta ask y'all.
What up, BB?
I wanna ask you.
That wasn't that funny, man.
Listen, Brian loves giving those sound effects for
he be right on point.
He be on it.
He's an invaluable resource to the show.
I just have one question. Is anyone else leaving up out of here tonight excited as hell about government contracts? Is all of the Miss O listeners,
I'm gonna come back with lobster in my ramen on you,
listeners going to sam.gov or going to get your LLC tomorrow, so we all get government contracts up in this shit? I know the Miss O listeners is going.
I don't know. Listen, if y'all don't,
baby,
I will get that contract for you.
When you see Miss O pulling up in a Bentley, just shut your whole face up, okay?
Right.
Just understand.
It's not a game, no.
Don't be talking. Just don't.
My frugal ass.
Don't judge me.
Extra chicken in my ramen. Don't say shit to me.
When she got a whole when she got stock and Cheetos.
We got Tyson's in these streets.
Her ass gonna be at the Wegman snack aisle and that 7-Eleven snack aisle.
Her ass be flexing with the extra large fry. Don't talk to me.
Yes, look, Elle I got it, and I'm about to search Sam tonight.
Yes.
Okay, tonight. Yes, we are. L. We about to search because I'm trying to tell you. He gave me life. I have hope. All right. I mean.
Oh, I see your comment. Yes, boo. You need more than one string.
I'm trying to tell you. I ain't even know.
So don't call me Queen of Strings for nothing.
So shout out again to Jason White. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow him at _. Follow him on Instagram, and also check him out. He has an event coming up soon in November. You can check out the website at www.thefederalcode.com. So make sure you check him out. Anything you need to know, he's got the answers for your questions. And the beautiful part about it is he is open to talking to you, and he wants to help. And there's enough for all of us to eat. Definitely. So that's the beautiful thing. So make sure you hit him up. But without further ado, we want to talk about the upcoming events that we got going on. So Nana, what you got popping, girl? What you got popping?
Guys, as you know, I am one of the co-owners of Evisha Luxury Hookah. We have a event coming up on October 29th in District Heights. It is the Hooktacular. It's a Halloween event. The price is $60 for entry. They also get you an open bar all night. And like I said from prior shows, you're not getting the under the shelf liquor. You are getting premium cocktails. Right. Can you not interrupt my promo, please? Because I ain't say nothing when you do what you got to do. Barry Beige. Anyway, in addition to specialty cocktails, you also get to see me and greet the beautiful Evisha girls and have our luxury specialty amazing hookah.
It's amazing too. It is the bomb.
It is.
Look,
I smoke a lot of hookah. I'm not a big hookah person, but hookah. At the same time, the presentation is pretty.
Hookah. And it's so smooth.
You got your own flavors.
And it's black owned.
Yeah,
it's so smooth. Black owned. And it's beautiful women.
Brand.
And it's beautiful black women that I love. So y'all definitely got to do that. And also talk about Evisha Hookah and your businesses.
Yes, like I said before, Evisha is the first black-owned hookah brand. We offer luxury premium hookah experiences. We can either do your public events, your venues, your VIP lounges. We also do private events, your baby showers, your weddings, all that. And all you have to do is go to Evisha EvishaLuxuryHookah.com and to get all our package pricing and to contact us for any events that you may have. I also am the owner of Queen's Cleaning. We are a residential cleaning service. We also incorporate a lot of different mindset things. We're actually dropping a bunch of new packages soon, especially for like if you have a new baby. We have a sanitation package for if you're doing, preparing the home for the baby.
That's dope.
Also dropping another package for if you're about to go on vacation and you know how you go on vacation, want to come home to a clean home, but you just don't have time.
Do you got a package where you unpack the goddamn suitcase? Because my shit be there until I need to repack it.
And then I need to go again. All you gotta do is do hourly organizing, and my love, we will handle it for you. Okay.
I'm like, why all my suitcases got clothes in them? God damn it, I don't know where my clothes at. They're in the suitcase.
We have a lot of different packages dropping from move in, move out. We have a candle line dropping, all kind of things that are coming up soon. So make sure you follow us at Queens KWEENS KLEANING on Instagram and Facebook. And yes, and also I'm about to get certified as an actual life coach. So we'll have those services dropping as well.
I mean, you need to because your Trapspiration life coach is
about to be a real thing.
Yeah,
look,
you need to, honey.
But it's already real.
It is.
But it's about to be a real trademark kind of thing.
Right.
And girl, go on and get you a damn federal government contract.
Hold on. But while you talking, I really was talking to somebody about that. How when people are transitioning out, I can definitely help. Like for real.
Yeah, girl, people be needing that stuff. Well, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you go and buy my book. All right, go and buy my book. Yes, published author How I Found Me. It is on Amazon. You can find it. You can buy it. Please buy it. I mean, it's a great book. It's about me. It's about my life. I mean, hello.
I read it. It's good.
It's really good. I mean, I feel like everyone, can take something from the book. If you do not like the hard copies or it's on digital as well, so you can you can read it on Kindle. You can do the Kindle version. You can also do the hard copy version. It's right on Amazon, and Make sure you go and buy. Support your girl.
Man.
Support Miss O, okay?
Big up to Miss O with the book.
Because, I'm just trying to say, like I told you, I love writing. And it was really, it wasn't
time
easy.
for book number 2.
It is. It's time for book number 2. So I'm
how
working
I
on
found me,
first
how
one?
I'll keep me.
I'm sorry?
How long?
How long it take me to do the first one?
When did the first one come out?
Oh, it's last year. 2020.
Because I know it had to take a while.
It took me a while because it was hard and it was procrastinating
Put all your
and
business out there.
and it was hard like to put all of my business out there. It was some serious stuff, but
Maybe I need to write a book.
you do.
Jesus be offense.
But it would be like so the book would be like
The misadventures of Barry Days.
I pulled up and I rolled out. I pulled up and I rolled out.
Journeys in undisclosed location.
And I went to Philly. I went to Philadelphia. I went to Philadelphia, but you ain't know where I go.
Y'all
I went down a dark street in
me
Alley.
right now. Listen,
I was hanging with a lady. Your voice
See,
too high.
y'all
Your
see
voice
what's
too
going
high.
on right now.
In an undisclosed location in Philly. I was doing undisclosed things.
Yeah, I drop it down.
With a young lady, but I won't mention her name.
We're gonna call her Lady X.
Who said young lady?
We're gonna call her Maroon.
Nobody said I was with nobody. I was by myself.
Your ass is always so damn secretive. But we gotta go because Brian is wrapping us up. So I wanted to make sure that I give a shout out to our show photographer. He's not in the building tonight, but we love him so very much. So shout out to Sudan. Make sure you follow him for all of your photography needs. You can follow him at the_refinery_by_Sudan. Make sure you follow him. Shout out to DJ E Boogie for all of our indie mixes that you hear during our breaks, as well as our intro song. Shout out to him. Follow him on Instagram at DJ E Boogie. And also shout out to our awesome ass engineer, because again, we would not be all the things that you see and all the transitions and all the videos and the sound
Even though
effects.
it's sound effects be suspect sometimes.
No, he be on it, okay?
He mad. It's okay. He did a good job.
He be on it. So make sure you follow our engineer because he is just so dope and I'm trying to tell you, I ain't gonna do it.
All right, hold on real quick.
Oh,
I got
Lord.
some shout out real quick just because I want to get into the next party.
But can I give him I didn't give Brian's name, his Instagram yet.
Well, first of all, Brian keep hitting them buttons on me.
He gonna hit it again. He gonna cut your damn mic off. So make sure you follow Brian at BT Pics. No, BPTP, BTP,
Hey, Brian, come over here and sit down, man.
Jesus be a cue card.
We need cue cards. BPPT Pics. Turn the mic on and tell us. Pete.
All right. It is B as in boy, T as in Tom, B as in boy, PIX. BTP pics.
BPTP.
Right, I would have been tripping all over that joint.
BPT. I'm gonna change it for you.
Right.
I gotta give you a damn new name. You know Miss O can't remember that shit.
I'm gonna run this joint down real quick. Mozzie Entertainment Group. They just on the scene. Check them out. Smoke and Mirrors, of course, y'all know.
Yes.
Don Jose Cigars, A-List Entertainment.
Yes.
Low Morgan Entertainment.
All the people.
And I do plan on having a blunt and brunch before you.
Oh, wait, what? A blunt and brunch?
First of all, I'm just a facilitator, so you can unshadow your eyes at me because it's not. I'm just
I like
helping.
that.
But I bet mine would be better.
I will
go
be
off
at the
Barry
brunch.
B.
I would be at the blunting and brunching, all right?
Go off Barry B.
But all right, guys, listen, we got to get ready to get out of here. So we will be back on live next Monday. And next Monday, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a little different. We got an actual round table where we are going to be talking about the issues that is going on with men and women. Okay, we want to try to bridge the gap. We are calling it bridging the gap. So we have a special guest coming on with us next Monday. You gotta follow us to find out who that is. But we're going to be talking next Monday. We're going to do a round table. We want to talk about bridging this gap because I'm tired of the men bashing the women and the women bashing the men. I want to bring everybody together. So it's going to be some damn love. We're going to figure this shit out.
And we're going to talk about who should pay for the first date extensively, I'm sure, at some point.
And we're going to talk about if you done bought some lobster, am I entitled to give you some cuckoo? Okay, I ain't got to give you no glitter.
Okay, that
stands
for
no glitter coochie.
Date stands for dick at the again.
Okay, and so listen. So thank you very much for tuning in to the.
Great show. Great show.
Thank you very much for tuning in to the Miss O Show. We will see you guys next Monday. It is the Miss O Show. We're swinging in Nina.
We are.
It's just like that. Ain't tripping, no nothing, 'cause I feel good, I smell like money itself, but ain't no price in the world that can cash me out, babe.
We are Ripped Radio Network.